For 4 seasons, Butcher and his crew survived by playing a dangerous game of leverage. They relied on corporate blackmail, carefully crafted PR campaigns, and the desperate hope of a virus to keep Homelander in check. But the footage shows all of those carefully laid plans finally collapsing. Homelander has successfully taken the V1 serum. The debilitating side effects everyone banked on simply didn't happen, and he's now comfortably claiming the Oval Office for himself. This chart shows a 3-act story. Here, the protagonist plunges into a catastrophic low point, the all-is-lost moment, or dark night of the soul. Writers are systematically dismantling every advantage. The leverage, the virus, and inside allies snap. Butcher's crew is isolated. The showrunners have deliberately wiped the board clean, forcing the protagonists into a corner where their only remaining options are total victory or absolute slaughter. Look closely at the shot of Homelander standing at the top of the Vought Vault Tower. He's positioned dead center, surrounded entirely by empty chairs. Those empty chairs are literal. Sister Sage switched sides. Black Noir and Firecracker are dead. The Deep has fled. Homelander is now the sole surviving member of his own team. For years, Homelander harbored a deep inferiority complex regarding his father, Soldier Boy, because he lacked true immortality. Now that he has the V1 running through his veins, that insecurity has calcified into a rigid, paranoid superiority complex. There is exactly one vulnerability remaining on his radar. Soldier Boy has the unique biological ability to physically burn the compound V right out of a soup system. Getting exactly what he wanted has turned Homelander into a solitary, paranoid ruler. To truly secure his immortal reign, his very first act of business will likely be hunting down and eliminating his own father. If Homelander's inner circle is gone, the outer rim is faring much worse. The Deep's current situation is the perfect example of how neutrality is no longer a survival strategy in this universe. He's entirely cut off from the land. By taking it upon himself to brutally kill Black Noir without permission, he ruined a major PR miracle and became a massive liability. If Homelander catches him, he's dead. But he can't retreat to the water either. Out of pure cowardice, he backed an oil pipeline that ended up condemning over 1.4 billion marine animals to death. The ocean knows what he did, and the fish want blood. He has alienated the humans on the surface, and the species he actually cares about below. It's a karmic trap illustrating a terrifying reality for everyone else. The stakes have escalated so high, there is literally nowhere left to hide. While the Deep hides, the surface is rapidly restructuring itself. Father is seen explicitly stating that in this new world there is no room for heresy. We are watching the complete dissolution of the United States government. In its place rises the Democratic Church of America, a movement that demands absolute, fanatical devotion to Homelander as a literal deity. Father's regime now demands undevoted love and a total lack of dissent, effectively making non-belief a capital offense. This shifts the function of the existing internment working camps, likely transforming them into sites for mass slaughter as the state purges anyone deemed unfaithful. Butcher's crew faces a fully weaponized, hyper-militarized cult where even a whisper of heresy is a death sentence. This brings us to the psychological bottom for the protagonists. When Hughie plainly states, "We lost," it reflects a grim, unavoidable reality. This chart highlights the mathematical problem they face. Against a standard soup, the virus was their trump card. But with Homelander's resilience completely maxed out by the V1 serum, the efficacy of their primary weapon hits absolute zero. With their main strategy dead, the trailer hints at one desperate pivot. We see Sister Sage potentially extracting or fabricating something, raising the slim chance she might supply Butcher's crew with temporary doses of V1. Every clever trick and tactical advantage has been stripped away. Their sophisticated resistance movement has been reduced to a blunt, suicidal final stand, where they simply inject themselves and charge the castle. All the corporate maneuvering, the media spin zones, and the elaborate contingency plans are permanently erased. We are left with a terrifyingly simple dynamic. Even with Gen V characters like Marie and Jordan appearing, their presence feels secondary. The core conflict is stripped down to the original cast, locked in a brutal collision course. Wrapping up a story of this scale is difficult. We've seen plenty of massive pop culture hits fumble their endings right at the finish line because they got scared and pulled their punches. But the writers here have engineered the exact opposite. By giving Homelander untouchable supremacy and driving Butcher's crew to absolute ruin, they've created the perfect pressure cooker environment for a massive climax. The narrative board is completely clear. Heading into these final episodes, the pressing question is no longer how do they win? It's simply, is it possible for anyone to survive?